quit engineering for acting, and conquered 33 billion hearts. The Untold Rise of Zhang Linghe. Zhang Linghe entered the world in 1997 amid the bustling streets of Wuxi, Jiangsu, a city known for its blend of traditional charm and modern hustle. From the very beginning, his path seemed destined for the structured world of science and logic rather than the unpredictable spotlight of show business. Yet, looking back on his journey now, I find myself deeply moved by how one individual can shatter expectations and forge something entirely new through sheer willpower and quiet passion. Standing at an impressive 188 centimeters, he possesses what fans affectionately call a model face, sharp, refined features paired with superior bone structure that gives him an almost sculptural elegance. His presence carries a cool, composed aura, the kind that feels both distant and inviting at once. It is this unique mix of a clear-headed engineer's restraint and an actor's profound emotional depth that has earned him a special place in the hearts of audiences across China's entertainment scene. To me, he represents more than just another handsome face. He embodies the rare harmony between intellect and artistry, proving that true star power comes from layers beneath the surface. What strikes me most about Zhang Linghe is how his background in electrical engineering at Nanjing Normal University shaped the disciplined core that still defines his work today. Growing up as a standout student at Jiangsu Tianyi High School, he wasn't just another bright kid, he was the kind of scholar who earned provincial awards in programming competitions and consistently ranked at the top of his class. His future looked crystal clear, a stable career as an engineer, perhaps designing innovative systems or contributing to technological advancements that could change daily life. That kind of trajectory feels safe and admirable, the sort of choice many parents dream of for their children. I remember reading about his early achievements and feeling a quiet admiration because it reminded me of so many young people who follow the expected road out of duty and logic. But Zhang chose differently, and that decision still resonates with me on a personal level. It shows that even the most rational minds can harbor a creative fire waiting for the right spark. The pivotal moment arrived in 2019, just as graduation loomed on the horizon. A talent scout noticed him, drawn perhaps to that innate charisma and poised demeanor. Suddenly, the world of acting beckoned, an entirely foreign territory for someone with zero formal training or experience. Instead of proceeding with plans for graduate school entrance exams, he made the bold leap, setting aside the security of his original dream. Convincing his family took real courage and patience. They had invested so much in his academic success, and shifting gears toward entertainment must have seemed risky and uncertain. In my own reflections, I often think about that crossroads. How many of us face similar forks in life, torn between what we know and what calls to our soul? Zhang's choice feels profoundly human to me. It highlights the bravery required to listen to an inner voice that defies logic. He started from scratch, immersing himself in acting workshops and self-study, treating this new pursuit with the same meticulous focus he once applied to coding and circuits. That transition period, though challenging, laid the foundation for a career that would soon surprise everyone. His official debut came in 2020 with the drama The Young Lady, where he portrayed the complex dual-faced Prince Pei Zhao. In that role, audiences first glimpsed the quiet intensity he could bring to historical characters. His portrayal balanced cunning and vulnerability in a way that felt fresh and authentic, especially for someone stepping into the industry so recently. The performance earned him the Golden Bones Newcomer Power Award, a recognition that validated his gamble. I still recall watching clips from that project and being impressed by how naturally he inhabited the ancient attire, his expressions conveying layers of hidden emotion without ever feeling forced. It wasn't just about looking the part, it was about feeling it deeply. For a newcomer, this early success must have been both exhilarating and humbling, a gentle nudge that his instincts were on the right track. Those initial steps taught him the rhythms of set life, the importance of collaboration, and the subtle art of building chemistry with co-stars. Over the following 2 years, Zhang Linghe dedicated himself to steady growth, appearing in a series of projects that allowed him to refine his skills across different genres. In Heartbeat Moment, he explored lighter, romantic territory, bringing a sweet sincerity to his character that made everyday emotions feel elevated and relatable. Then came The Perfect Him, where the story delved into more personal and introspective themes, giving him space to experiment with nuance and timing. By the time he took on a role in Me and My Time Youth, the shift toward campus-style narratives showcased his ability to capture youthful idealism and quiet struggles. Each of these experiences felt like chapters in a deliberate apprenticeship. He wasn't chasing instant fame, instead, he focused on learning the craft one scene at a time. What touches me about this phase is the humility it reveals. In an industry often obsessed with overnight sensations, Zhang chose patience and persistence. I find that approach inspiring because it mirrors real life. Progress rarely happens in flashes of brilliance but through consistent, thoughtful effort. His early work built a quiet reservoir of experience that would later fuel much larger breakthroughs. Everything changed dramatically in 2022 when love between fairy and devil propelled him into the spotlight. As the immortal Lord Changheng, Zhang delivered a performance that blended ethereal coolness with profound tenderness. The character's journey, marked by duty, sacrifice, and unspoken longing, resonated across generations of viewers. His iconic white-robed appearance, gently waving a fan against scenic backdrops, became a cultural phenomenon, flooding social media and sparking countless discussions. That role captured something timeless, the tension between divine responsibility and human emotion. Watching it, I felt personally moved by how he conveyed inner conflict through subtle glances and restrained gestures rather than dramatic outbursts. The performance won him the Weibo Enterprising Actor Award and solidified his status among the top tier of performers. For me, this moment marked more than career success, it represented the beautiful payoff of years spent preparing in silence. It proved that authenticity and depth can cut through the noise of trends and algorithms. Audiences connected because they sensed a genuine soul behind the character, and that connection still feels rare and precious in today's fast-paced entertainment world. Building on that momentum, Zhang continued to challenge himself in 2023 with two standout projects that showcased expanding range. In Ming in His Dream, he took on the intricate role of Xia Wei, a figure layered with political intrigue and emotional complexity. The character demanded a delicate balance of calculated restraint and hidden vulnerability, and Zhang navigated it with impressive maturity. Then, in Feather of the Clouds, he portrayed Gong Ziyu, unlocking even more dynamic facets, strength, wit, and quiet resolve. These roles allowed him to step beyond the cool immortal archetype and explore characters shaped by ambition, loss, and growth. What impresses me here is his willingness to evolve rather than repeat formulas. Each new part felt like a conversation with his previous work, refining techniques while introducing fresh emotional textures. I often pause to appreciate how these choices reflect a deeper commitment to storytelling over superficial appeal. In my view, that mindset separates enduring talents from fleeting ones. His performances during this period carried an undercurrent of thoughtful exploration, inviting viewers to reflect on their own inner worlds. By 2026, Zhang Linghe reached what many consider the pinnacle of his career so far with Pursuing Jade. The drama presented an extraordinary challenge. He portrayed dual versions of the same character, first as the frail son-in-law Xia Jing and then as the formidable iron-blooded marquis bearing the same name. To embody both sides convincingly, he committed to losing 15 pounds, transforming his physique to reflect the contrasting physical states. On set, he endured the weight of 40-kilogram gold armor during intense action sequences, performing high-difficulty fight choreography that tested both body and spirit. The result was a masterclass in duality, subtle hints of inner strength beneath apparent fragility on one hand, and commanding authority tempered by hidden tenderness on the other. The series shattered records, surpassing 33 billion views and earning widespread acclaim for its storytelling and production values. Personally, I was captivated by the sheer dedication evident in every frame. The physical toll alone speaks volumes about his respect for the craft, but the emotional layers he added elevated the entire project. It felt like watching someone pour their entire being into a role, and that level of investment creates art that lingers long after the credits roll. For an actor who began with no formal training, reaching this height through self-driven growth feels nothing short of remarkable. Away from the cameras, Zhang maintains a refreshingly grounded presence that contrasts sharply with the glamour of fame. He carries himself with quiet humility, speaking little yet conveying deep thoughtfulness in every interaction. On set, he treats crew members and extras with genuine respect, fostering an atmosphere of warmth and professionalism that many have praised in interviews. His involvement in charitable causes reveals another side: consistent, low-key efforts to give back without seeking recognition. This stems from the same clear-headed perspective he developed during his engineering days, a mindset that keeps him anchored amid the whirlwind of celebrity. I admire this balance because it feels increasingly rare. In an era where social media amplifies every moment, he chooses restraint and sincerity, focusing on personal growth rather than public spectacle. That authenticity resonates with me on a fundamental level. It suggests that true success lies not in external validation but in staying true to one's values. His approach reminds us all that fame can coexist with integrity when rooted in purpose. Reflecting on the full arc of Zhang Linghe's story, I cannot help but feel a sense of wonder at how passion and persistence can reshape destiny. From a promising science scholar with a meticulously planned future to a celebrated figure in ancient costume dramas, he has quietly dismantled stereotypes about what it means to succeed in entertainment. His looks certainly open doors, yet it is the combination of discipline, empathy, and unwavering commitment that has sustained his rise. In my own thoughts, this journey serves as a powerful reminder that life's most fulfilling paths often diverge from the expected route. We live in a world quick to label people by their starting point: engineer, actor, scholar, but Zhang demonstrates that identity is fluid when guided by heartfelt purpose. His story encourages anyone facing doubt or hesitation to trust their instincts, even when the leap seems irrational. The industry itself has benefited from his presence, gaining an artist who elevates every project through thoughtful interpretation rather than mere star power. Looking ahead, the possibilities for Zhang Linghe seem boundless. With each new role, he continues to push boundaries, exploring characters that demand greater emotional range and technical skill. I find myself genuinely excited to witness how he will interpret future stories, perhaps venturing into genres that further blend his scientific precision with artistic flair. Whether he returns to lighter romances or tackles more profound historical epics, his foundation of humility and dedication suggests a career built for longevity. In a landscape often dominated by fleeting trends, his steady progress feels reassuring and inspiring. He has already proven that talent, when paired with heart, creates something timeless. What continues to draw me to his trajectory is the steady, almost meditative way he approaches every new opportunity, never rushing yet always advancing with clear intention. I sense in him a quiet confidence that comes from having already walked through uncertainty once before and emerged stronger. That kind of inner steadiness is something I wish more public figures possessed, because it turns entertainment into something more meaningful, an invitation to think, to feel, and to believe in personal reinvention. His path keeps reminding me that the most compelling stories are the ones lived authentically, where every chapter builds on the last without forcing drama or shortcuts. As fans and observers, we get to watch someone who treats acting like the serious craft it truly is, and that perspective alone makes following his career feel worthwhile and uplifting on a deeper level.